my goodness, what a start by the Europeans. So much so that Barney's getting in on the action. Barney, we're live. We can't be doing this, Barney. We're live, for goodness sake. Anyway, 3-1. Go on the Europe. Go on the Europe. They're having a bit of a fight back, the old Americans. Barney. Goodness me, he gets a little amped up. Thought I'd jump online, see if you're all watching. Hope you're enjoying it. And if you had any questions while I'm sitting here, I thought I'd jump on for a few minutes, see if there's any interest in a bit of a chat. Barney, goodness me. So the standout so far has got to be the Europeans in the morning. Not much going on in the afternoon. It's fairly even, isn't it? I mean, one hole in it. But I think I'm a little bit surprised about the golf course. I mean, it's literally just drivers and wedges, isn't it? I mean, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Bar 15, is it 15? That's a tough hole. It's become a bit of a drive and a chip, isn't it, for them all? I'm not sure how I feel about that. It'd be nice to see a few holes that were a bit difficult to play and real bit more of a premise on driving. Really interesting. When you think back to Paris National, I mean, that was just tight round Paris National. I know it's a European gig, that they always set it up a little bit more stringent than the Americans. I'm not sure. You know, that first hole that's now drivable, I'm not really sure about that. Let us know what you think. And have you checked out today's release video? David Jones with driver found himself 25 odd yards, and it was good to get the driver in the hand. So go check that out if you haven't done so. Got Cantlay. Goodness me, how long does Cantlay take? Goodness me. Whew. Get the stopwatch out, baby. Are you all watching? Obviously, as well as watching me waffle on. Rory, apart from that putt just a moment ago that he missed, he's played well, hasn't he? He's played really well first day. Bryson stepping up in the second round, and he's looking to, you know, have a good afternoon. He won't be happy having lost that morning session with arguably their top pairing, right? I'm not sure about the Russell Henley Scotty Scheffler pairing. I'm not sure how that was ever going to work out. I know it looks good on paper with the data and stats, but never really saw that as a pairing. But Bryson's coming alive, as is Barney, and as is the crowd. Oh, we got Paul Kreisel on. Hi, can you please explain to me how the way DeChambeau putts is not anchoring? I know, right? Odd, isn't it? I mean, it's I think if you're going down that road, with getting a putter locked into anything, it's a strong road. I mean, Langer, really. I know a few guys on the European Seniors Tour, and Langer on his putting. I mean, how's he got away with that for so many years? I mean, it's been amazing that he's done that. Am I watching? Absolutely. I would show you that I'm watching, only I'll get a strike on my on my YouTube channel for showing television or Sky content, so I can't show. But it's on a little ad break at the moment here in the UK. Coverage has been sensational. I've been really trucking on with that. I'm also editing my latest video. Got the old laptop out. A little bit of a behind the scenes on the laptop. Let me show you what's going on here. This is how I spend my my evenings. Can you do a backflip? Well, maybe off the side of a pool. Absolutely not. So here we go. This is what's coming up, folks. I'll give you a little preview. Let me flip the camera around. So this is my editing suite. So I've got I've just done all the different camera angles. It's all the different camera angles that I'm going through. Then I've got my YouTube basic stuff. That's where I drop that in. That's the end screen. That I'll drop that in. If you ever make it that far, that is. Then there's the advert that I do. That's all pre-done. That drop that in. And then I've got all of my different stuff. The Skillist ad that I put in. That's there as well. And I've got my opening sequence for GX golf gloves. And then I've got my name tag there that pops along the bottom of the screen. So yeah, so that's the old laptop. So I'm just editing. I filmed a couple today, which is going to be a couple of really cracking videos. If you're a member of my channel, you'll be able to see those pretty soon. I'd like to think I'm going to get both of those up. I'll probably have both of those up by Wednesday. Next one will be coming out. Where did I drop it? I dropped one out this morning. What day are we on? We're on Friday, aren't we? So that one's going to come out on Monday, and then one will come out on Thursday. So the let me just get rid of that person. I'd user. Yeah. Okay. There we go. He's gone. Hide. Oh. Sorry, everyone. I'm just getting rid of this donut that's putting stupid messages up. Going to report him. And him as well. Sorry, everyone. Hide user from channel as well. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. I cannot understand how what he does is anything other than anchoring, which in my opinion is cheating. It's the golfing authorities got together and restricted the length of the putter camera. Yeah, I agree, Paul. But, you know, the game was built on integrity, on etiquette. And when you got people that fess up to moving the ball in the rough, which would be super easy to not fess up. I mean, even though cameras do get around, but not in the sort of groups back in the middle of the pack. If people aren't anchoring, they're not anchoring. I'll take it for, you know, the game's built on etiquette and morals. That's what separates our game against everything else. I mean, you think about football and, yeah, football especially, right? I mean, it's just like blatant cheating all the way around. Think about our sport. So I'm comfortable with it. I don't lose any sleep over the anchoring at all. John Rahm, hasn't he started playing some great golf? He's really turned it on, and him and oh, just as I say that, he's just pull hooked it. Oh, and it's bounced out the fescue. Wow, how on earth has that done that? That was incredible. So what are we predicting the afternoon results? I mean, we're one up. I can't see Fleetwood and Rose. I can't see Fleetwood and Rose being turned over by Griffin and DeChambeau. Cricket shorts. I need 500. Please help me, sir, ma'am. You need 500 what? I don't know what that is. Christopher, Europe for Europeans, save the UK. Europe for the Europeans, save the UK. Don't know what that means. I'm going to have to ban you, Cricket Shorts, if you post that up once more time. So I don't know what you're after, but the channel is not the place to be asking for it. Who we got here? We got Thomas on the tee again. Really interesting, isn't it? Interesting, you know, the Thomas, Ricky Fowler, and Jordan Spieth. How all three of those guys came out on tour, and they've ended up being basket cases. More okay, you're gone, Cricket. Sorry, pal. I did warn you. He's gone. It's amazing those guys. Those guys have lost their game, right? I mean, I know Justin Thomas has had a bit of a turnaround winning at Harbour Town earlier in the year, which was a fantastic event to win at. Not a massive course, a bit of a prodder's course, very tight, isn't it? But you know, he played some decent golf this morning. But again, no match for our boys. No match for our boys. Aberg, Højgaard. I don't know. I'm not buzzing off that partnership really. I think Højgaard needs a bit of a. I know they're both Scandinavians, but I think Højgaard needs a little bit of a stronger vibe behind him. So I'm going to be doing some shorts soon. This message is held for review. Yeah, we're not going to get involved in that. Scott E. Anyone else watching the Ryder Cup with the sound off? Who don't you like listening to, Scott? I can't stand Faldo, man. I mean, honestly, just brutal listening to him. I'm better than Tiger Woods, Joe Mama. Are you now? You're better than Tiger Woods. Everyone's better than Tiger Woods now, big guy. Where are you watching from? Where you're watching from? And have you watched my latest video today? David Jones. Yin Yao, do you agree the Yankee crowd isn't as loud or intimidating as they would be? Yeah, I agree. Yin. I mean, I think as the commentators have said, and I know I've been to the US and New York many times. They are a hardy bunch, right? I mean, they remind me of the Scots, really. Not so much turning on their own, but they're a hardy bunch. They'll say what they feel like, and I think if the US don't do well this afternoon, I think tomorrow could look a whole lot different. Maybe not early on, but mid first round tomorrow, if they're not putting their finger out, it could get a bit nasty. Inverness, cracking place. How's your summer been up there, Scotty? How's your summer been? Yeah, USA. They don't really go all out with their chants, do they? Sam Burns, hell of a player. Really massive fan of him. Great golfer. If you're watching, give the screen a double tap. That'd be great, just to help my stream reach more people. It's just a little bit one-dimensional, don't you think? Tropical. It's been tropical, yeah. I just think it's a little bit one-dimensional, the short irons that they're all playing in, don't you think? I'd like to see some 5 irons and some 4 irons having to be hit into some holes, rather than it all just being wedges. Oh, crowd's getting a bit rowdy. Bit more calling out this afternoon while people are over. Rory's had to just back off there. We had Bobby McIntyre this morning have to back out of a shot as well. He had a bit of shouting going on. See Rory's approach here into the 5th, 172 yards. It's going to be no more than a 9-iron, probably 8-iron. Touch left. Touch long. Oh dear. That's a mystery. What they call in the game a mystery. When you hit it over the back of the green, the caddy has given the wrong number. Ram, if there's anyone you want chipping for you, it's the old Spanish hands. Come on. Good chip. So come on, folks, give us your predictions. What's the score going to be? I'm going with 15-13 euro. I think we're going to do them comfortably as well. Or do you mean it was funny? Scheffler caught up in the rough when I tried to get on the green. Too much testosterone. Don't know what that means. Stracker. They're 1 up. Young and Thomas, 2 up. All square. Need that to ignite. Short putt missed. Bit worried about that short putt missed by by Rory. A little bit worried about that, to be fair. Be nice for him to have a great putting week, and he putted really great this morning, didn't he? But not good to miss a shorty. Joe, Yin Yang, UK people have no humour. Joe, how dare you say that? We have no humour. We have the best humour, my friend. We originated, or we created sarcasm. One that Americans don't do so well at. Joking. Where are you from, Joe? Where are you from? Spawn, hell of a player, this guy. Hell of a player. And with a putter as well in the hand. Crikey. Off the charts. Off the charts. Dry ball humour. Dry ball humour. Trouble is, dry humour is very difficult to translate via a message. Dry humour only works with facial expressions. Rud. Hey, Rud. Nice to see you, buddy. Hi, Stu. I have no live stream of RC. Can you update me a bit of how it's going? Okay, so this morning we absolutely showed them how it's done. An absolute spanking. Robert McIntyre and who was he partnering? Victor Hovland. They were all square with two to play. Bobby McIntyre, bit of a schoolboy error, came up short. They lost the last two holes. So they claimed a point. This afternoon, it's been very, very even. Not much in it. It's just been a bit of a putting competition with the foursomes. But to be fair, there's been some misclubbing. So all to play for. No real team this afternoon has really shown more of their hand than the other. So it's very evenly spread. You've got Rahm and Strucker one up over Scheffler and Spawn. You've got Griffin and DeChambeau taking on Rose and Fleetwood. Griffin and DeChambeau are one up. You've got Højgaard playing his second in, again, another wedge shot. Plays it into about 15 feet. They're two down to Cam Young and Justin Thomas. And then they're all tied up at the back of the group. Rory McIlroy against Burns and Cantlay. We've got Højgaard, Aberg playing his second shot in, and he's just knocked it 5 feet. So really good opportunity there for us to go back to only one down. Rory has just played an absolute worldie out of the rough from over the back of the green. So yeah, nip and tuck. Asaya, hello Stuart, hello Asaya, here from Canada. I don't own a TV, so I can't watch the Ryder Cup. How's it going? It is brilliant, Asaya. It's really, really good TV. Some of the graphics as well. The tracers, they're doing a few different camera angles as well. Back up at the green, looking back to the hole, and then the camera up by the tee box as well. It's really, really making it engaging. I was saying to a pal of mine earlier, when we used to watch golf without tracers, it's like, oh my goodness, it's like you're missing almost half the enjoyment, aren't you? You don't see the flight of the ball or anything. Also, I purchased a swing analysis on Wednesday, just wondering if it will get done before the weekend or Monday, putting off the range until you tell me about my horrible swing. So I absolutely got that, my friend. So my turnaround on Skillis is 2 to 3 working days. I work Monday to Friday. So if you put it in on Wednesday, it would be done no later than Monday. But I might be doing some stuff tomorrow morning. So expect it to be landing in your box by probably 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, my friend. So 2 to 3 days, purely because I get such a big volume of people that are seeking me on Skillist. I'm just working through them all of the time, and it's about 2 or 3 day turnaround. But sometimes I'll I'll sit in bed on some of them, swing analysis and stuff like that. I'll be able to do it at home, in bed or whatever, all sorts of different times. So it'll be coming no later than Monday, Asaya. Sorry to keep you waiting, buddy. Yin, great 6 iron from Ram. Didn't he just hit that left? Yeah, Stu has to do it in the morning so he can watch the Ryder Cup. No, tomorrow I'm actually doing my cheeky little hobby. I race radio control cars. Don't tell anyone though. Don't tell anyone. Little 12 scale radio control cars. So I'm doing that tomorrow. But I will be doing a bit of work before I get on the road with a pal of mine. Asaya, it's because you're a great teacher. Must have a lot. Thank you for your answer. Take your time. No problem, Asaya. No, I mean, look, I try to get through them as quickly as I possibly can, because I know if I was, isn't it wonderful that we get this opportunity now to interact with all of the, whoever your choice of coach is, whoever your choice of it of coaching anything, right? Whether it be golf, tennis, whatever, life, that we've got these applications now that allow you to be able to interact with a coach, submit something like a golf swing, and I can help you out with that. So I'll be back to you as soon as I possibly can, but more than likely in the morning, as I. Rob K. Hey, Stuart, watching from Canada. I'm a fan of some of the American players, but rooting for the Europeans. Yeah, I'm a fan of them all, right? But I think this Ryder Cup has been so eagerly waited, and I think the Europeans have clearly got more of a hunger. And I think we put it out there more, don't we? Us Europeans, we put it out there that we're way more engaged with it. And it feels like, I mean, all of the American coverage this week, I've had it on in the background and tried to manage. Oh, that was a great shot there by Scotty Scheffler. I've had it on in the background, and it's like our talisman, which is Seve, for the Ryder Cup, really gets golfers engaged, our team engaged, brought together. I mean, crying in the team room, all that kind of stuff. I I, I just can't see anyone. I mean, obviously the way Seve passed away with the tumour, his dying wish about Ryder Cup and all that kind of stuff. We've got such a talisman that really creates emotion, doesn't it? And bonds our team, and our tour is really built on that camaraderie, way more so than the PGA Tour. So I think that forever is going to be such once we became Europe instead of GB and I think it's just going to be such a thing to overturn. Uh, However the data looks, I think we're always going to look much better in live play. I just can't see any other winner this week other than Europe. I just can't see it, because I just think that we take it way more seriously than the Americans. Interesting stuff. Chris C, what's your top tip from time away from golf? 13 handicapper, not played in 2 or 3 months. Great question. That is a great question, Chris. For me, I would just get a club in your hand. And if you've got a dog, or if you're out walking, just take it with you. Laura, the score so far is 3-1 Europe. We're up in one and we're down in two, and it's all square in the fourth. I would take a club in your hand, and I would just get comfortable with it in your hand again, and get comfortable with the length of it, so that you can feel where the end of the club is, not where the face is pointing, just where the end of the club is. And so if it were me getting back into the game, see, Oberg, man, not good enough. Not good enough. That sort of stuff is not going to end well. Oberg just missed it from 5 feet, 6 feet. Shocking putt. Get a club in your hand and just get familiar. One of the things, I did a great video today. And that'll be coming out on Monday. And it really plays on knowing the end of the golf club. And I think, a pal of mine was a really good tennis coach. And I asked him years ago, what's the one thing that you battle with when you're coaching new tennis players? And he said, the end of the tennis racket, running up to the ball and being too close to the ball and forgetting they got a tennis racket in their hand. And when you think about that, our awareness of something that's at the end of our hands that we've got to measure out, because ultimately we're trying to measure out that distance when we're moving around. That's what you lose when you don't play. You lose that length of shaft. You lose that length of golf club and the awareness of the end of it. So I'd first of all get your club in your hands, and then set yourself up against a wall or a cardboard box, and just make swings where you feel the toe of the club just brush the box. I might do a video on that, brushing the edge of the box, just so you get the awareness back again of just the outside of the circle, because the outside of the circle is everything, to a golfer. If you can't feel the outside of the circle, you're really going to battle with this game. So hopefully that helps. And welcome back to the game, Chris C. What made you stop playing in the first place? What's made you stop? And if you can, go check out my backswing series, my setup series, my downswing series, and my impact series. That'll really get you in a great place with your golf as well. Got some golf coming up. I'm off to Terre Blanche next week, which is in France, next Friday. So if anyone's on my skill list, you'll be getting some content from the ranges in France. So I'm over there. I've got myself a new drone, or use that today in some content. Oh, maybe I'll give you a little sneak peek. Seeing as you were on, let's give you a little sneak peek. Rob K. Hey, Stuart, can you elaborate a bit on Rose's pre-shot routine? What is he trying to feel? Well, his words, trying to make his arms drop. His words, keep his back to the target on the way down. I think we all know how I feel about that. If you watch Justin Rose's golf swing, you will notice that his handle, Ben Griffin, giving it 10-0, love that emotion. No other tournament. Look, what Ben Griffin's doing now, no other tournament in the world. I mean, how good is that? Love that. Love that show of emotion. We don't get that in the professional game anymore. It is what's missing. So they're playing for too much blinking money, and they're all too worried about showing emotion. It's just amazing. If you watch Justin Rose's golf swing through strike, especially with driver, how much his grip lifts up, pushes out to the right, tucks back, his arms spin, rotate, flip, harder than any other tour player out there. But look, he's found a way of managing it. And I'm not going to sit here and say he's doing the wrong thing. What I'm saying is he's doing something that I'm not a fan of. Go on, Justin Rose. On that note, Justin Rose bins it. Oh, on the back of Griffin. Come on, how about that? That is mega. That's so cool. All right, we've woken Barney up. We've woken Barney up. You all right, sausage? You all right? Yeah, so hopefully that helps, Rob K. Tazia, MU or Man City? Good question. Man United. Only because I prefer red over baby blue, and I used to go to Man United a fair bit when I was playing, because I was sponsored by a company that had a box. Up the Man United. Well, or down the Man United. Flanker Jack. Yo, Flanker Jack. John Rahm just doing a clinic in recovery shots earlier. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, talk me through, and he's just binned one as well. Talk me through his short game, right? Oh, I was just going to show you a sneak peek of this new video, wasn't I? Chris C. I have a working Cocker Spaniel, so we'll be taking a club out with... Barney, come here. Come here. The working Cocker Spaniel is the best dog, well, for me, in the world. Look at him. Look at him. He's a sausage. Okay. Enough now, Barney. Enough now. He gets a bit carried away with lickies. Does yours too? Oh, they're amazing, aren't they? Absolutely amazing. We took a great bit of training with this guy called Hampshire Spaniel Training, Go check him out. He's on YouTube, and he only trains working cockers. And so when we got Barney, we did a little Zoom call with him. He said, "You've got the ADHD of the dog world," and the crate training was crazy at the start as a puppy, but so cool, so cool. Graham Garwood, good evening, Graham. Nice to have you. Nice to have you on, Graham. If you're watching and you're enjoying the feed, something a bit different, double tap the screen. That would really help me out. It helped the stream go a little bit further. Got a lot of people commenting on my video. Let me show you what we did today. Got the old new drone out. It's got some more sensors, so when I can now fly it around the studio a bit more. So you might be getting some slightly different perspectives, which is kind of cool. And so I can make it move around the studio, and it's got, because it's got sensors front, back, underneath. It only used to have front and underneath and on top. Now it's got back, so it's 100% 360 sensors. So this is, let me give you a little sneak peek. So this is what's coming. So this is the drone moving around the screen. Oh no, hang on, that's the wrong one. Showing the wrong one there. Hang on. No, that's the overhead. Oh goodness. Sorry everyone. Sorry everyone. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Hang on, hang on. Hang on. I've lost my video. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. So a little bit of above. And I flew it away from me. So this is all the behind the scenes stuff. So that was just me testing it out. So there's the drone going. There's me sort of setting it up with the drone, so to speak. So this is what gets all edited out. So a bit of a behind the scenes stuff here. So it's on a follow me mode. So now I can do the drills, and this is a bit of B-roll footage, right? So you can see the drone is very slowly moving around me. And this is a tutorial, going to be a tutorial on my backswing drill that I did with David Jones. If you haven't seen it, it's the most recent video that I've done and put out this morning. A really interesting story with that, actually. There used to be a guy that used to coach at Precision Golf, and I'd kept that drill under wraps for years. I'd never put that video online. I'd never seen it online. I'd never seen anyone using a Swiss ball as a training aid on their left hip anywhere, on YouTube, Instagram, nothing. And this guy had a reasonable following. Like, yeah, I'm not going to say because the guy knows who it was anyway. Anyway, he put it online, and then now it's gone everywhere. Everyone's seen it, but it's no bother because everyone, it's all about getting people playing golf. But at the time, I was really protective over it. But it's such a great drill. It's such a great drill. It engages your feet, gets some good hip rotation. So stay tuned for that because it's such a great video. You're going to really get a lot out of it. So that's it there. So that's coming out on Monday. It's just in the edit at the moment, on top of another video that I'm doing as well, which is really cool. Let me show you that as well. Thank you for give the screen a double tap. This is a bit of inside scoop, folks. It's a bit of an inside scoop. So this is going to be talking about something that's going to be very interesting. So if you've got yourself some wedges, which I use quite a lot in my coaching and the videos that I put out on YouTube, you're going to be a very happy person because that's going to really help you with your golf as well. So we've just got Anna Whiteley going into the crowd. Always, I mean, it's always a dodgy thing that when I used to coach on the DP World Tour, and you'd be coaching someone, and you'd be close to the edge of the crowd would start to interact with the player and the coach, asking what you're working on and all this kind of stuff. And It's like, don't get involved with the crowd, man, because there's some questions that could come at you that that sometimes are tough to answer. But we've got Cantlay over the back. Oh no, that's Cantlay. No, it's not. That's Cam Young. No, it isn't. It's Cantlay. It's Cantlay. He's just duffed it, moved it half the distance of the chip, and it was only about, I don't know, 25 feet chip. So yeah, so a little bit of a Friday night live. We've got Sam Burns over the back of the green here, just chipping up. Lovely little touch. Bit of a kick in. I mean, for these guys, this rough is just non-existent. You know, and even when they're short-sided, really, they're not being pressed too much. Flanker Jack, American social media is blaming the shoes for the poor performance. Are they really? They're not, are they? That's mad. They do look a little bit. I'm not a massive fan of them. Chris C, any Sky Sports appearances scheduled? Stu? I would love to help on Sky Sports. I badger them often, but to be honest, I've given up. I did some tea time tips, a couple of tea time tips shows with Nick Doherty, with a live studio audience, which was a lot of fun. And that's kind of how I got my spots on Sky Sports. I've done about 6 or 8 in the studio. You can see them on the Sky Sports YouTube channel. I've really pushed, but goodness me, it's so hard. I'm going to just leave it with, I don't tick enough boxes, Chris. So I unfortunately, it doesn't matter how good I am on there, because I think all of my stuff that I've done on there has been nailed. I mean, live TV, you know, bearing in mind, live TV, earpiece, listening to the gallery, did my own pieces on Jordan Spieth's golf swings. You can see it on their YouTube channel and on my Instagram channel. But no, can't get any more, or can't get more of a regular spot, which is disappointing. But you know, is what it is. I'm just gonna keep doing my thing. Bluefin01, love your videos from San Diego. Hey Bluefin, really appreciate that, Bluefin. That's really kind of you. Yeah, it is a shame, Chris, because I really enjoy it. If you go on to Audi Performance Zone, put in our Audi Performance Zone, and then put in my Audi Performance Zone, and then put in Stuart Cartwright, you will get up a lot of the videos that I've done. So there we are. So there I am in that one there, that one there, that one there. All of these here are all me in the Audi Performance Zone. Go check them out, because they're a lot of fun and a lot of good content in there. Rob K, here's a long shot. Any chance you are familiar with the Rapsodo MLM2 Pro? Yes, I am. If so, what metrics would you use? I'm not that au fait with it. Let me, while you're on, Rob K, Rapsodo LMN2 Pro, my pal Nick Doherty, he is sponsored by them, and I did a Tea Time Tips version. It was sponsored by them, and I used it there. That's how I know about it. Now, what does it measure? So I've got here's, if you can track it, you can. Okay, so total distance, carry, side carry, launch direction, club speed, smash factor, launch angle, descent angle, shot apex, shot type, spin rate, spin axis. Oh, hang on. Well, so if you've got the Rapsodo MLM2 Pro, it's saying that the new software is going to measure spin rate, spin axis, club path, and attack angle. So all you need to have, it's saying that it's not measuring face angle, which is odd. Obviously hasn't got the clarity to pick up the face angle. So what you want to bring up is attack angle, club path, and launch angle. Because if you know your attack angle and you know your club path and you know your launch angle, you will be able to work out where your club face is pointing relative to your path, because in a roundabout way, you'll be able to tell the launch angle that you've got based on the club that you've got. So those would be the ones. Yes, but not face to path or face angle. Yeah, exactly. But launch angle tells you how high it's going. So let's say your club path is to the right. And let's say you've got a 7-iron that wants to launch somewhere in the region of 22 degrees. You've got a 7-iron. Your club path is to the right. You've got an attack angle of 3 degrees down. And your launch, so because you know your attack angle, your club path, and you know the bend in the sky, you'll be able to know what your face to path value is. Not numerically, but you'll certainly know what your face is doing to your path because of the bend you're going to see in the sky. So if your ball starts right and bends right, depending on how much it bends, will give you a good idea of how much your face is open to your path. The launch angle is going to tell you the ball flight, but you've got your angle of attack and you can see your bend and you know your club path. Face to path is just bend in the sky, Rob. So if the ball is bending a lot, you know your face is negative to the left if it's bending a long way left. If it's bending a long way right, you know if it's open. Now, depending on if the ball starts right of target or left of target, again, will give you but because you know your club path, you just go club path, how much bend? Because you know that the face angle will dictate where the ball starts. So the face angle will dictate where the ball starts. So if the ball starts right and bends right, you know your path was left of your face, and you know your path, and you know it bends right, you're good to go. You've also got spin axis there. Spin axis is about 1-for-1 of face to path, and is 4 times that of with driver. So if you have a 1 degree open face to path, you'll have 1 degree of spin axis to the right. If you have 4 degrees open club face to path, you'll have 4 degrees of positive spin axis. If you have a 1 degree open face to path with driver and you hit it out the middle of the face, that's really important. If you hit it out the middle of the face, you'll have 4 degrees of positive face to path. So your face to path is directly related to your spin axis as well. So you can find out what your face to path is, no problem. You've got enough data points there to be doing all of that. So what I would have up, if I were you, let me go back. I would have your club path, your spin axis, and your attack angle up. Done. Just those 3. That'll tell you how much you're hitting down. That'll tell you where your path is. And you can just work backwards from the spin axis. You're welcome. Have you double tapped the screen, Rob? Oh, nice shot going in here. Who is that? Oh, Rory McIlroy and Lowry are 1 up. Rahm and Stracker are 2 up. So it's all tied up in the afternoon. We've got Griffin and DeChambeau at 1 up. Young and Thomas at 2 up. Hope you are all having a great evening. Let's have a game. Who is furthest from London? Who is furthest from London? Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know where you're watching from. And we'll see who is furthest from London, because that's really interesting. We can do a little locator. Islamabad? You mean Islamabad? That's 8,500 kilometers away from London. So you're leading at 8,500. How far is Vegas? London to Vegas. Distance. Oh, that's 8,000. That's 8,400. Neck and neck there on that one. Oh, Islam. Okay. I know it. Okay. Islamabad. Okay, Jay. I know what you mean now. Yeah. Yeah, you're not far wrong there, pal. So what have we got? 3-1. I really like JJ Spawn. Wasn't it interesting after we won the US Open how we just couldn't cow's bum with a banjo. Barney's giving me the look. Here he comes. Here he comes. Oh, goodness me, Barney. Goodness me. Goodness me. As an American, let's chat about how crappy a captain is. Captain Keegan is. He's just not got any in him, has he? But to be fair, neither as Luke. He's not very good to camera facing. Might be different in the team room, because when he competes, I mean, he used to give it the old stink eye, didn't he? Used to give it the old stink eye. He's a fierce competitor. Yeah. Again, who do you think's been your best captain, Jay? Who's been the best captain for the US? I mean, he was in the gallery yesterday. You got to think Ben Crenshaw, haven't you? I mean, he was a feisty mofo. Flankerjack Jay, I think the American team was picked for ratings, not to win. Yeah, not bad. Not a bad thing. Not a bad idea, that. Yeah, I mean, it's just not... For the first time ever, it's just not a star-studded lineup, is it? Ben Griffin is not a household name, is he? Sam Burns isn't a household name. Even Patrick Cantlay isn't really, is he? Is he? Flanker is great, yeah, absolutely. Zinger in most recent memory. Yes, yeah, again. Took on Fowler, didn't he? Fowler was never going to be a good captain. Where am I from? HZ Kane. I am from the United Kingdom. From the UK, HZ. A very cosmopolitan country. I am from Turkish. From Turkey. That's a very big golfing country. Griffin is hot all year. Yeah, absolutely. Burns, you don't sit. And JJ. I am a massive Burns fan. I think he is such a good player. Massive fan. And I'm a massive JJ Spawn fan. But let's take those two. Let's put Sam Burns up against JJ Spawn. So JJ Spawn and Sam Burns up against Rory McIlroy, granted world number 2, but Shane Lowry. I mean, no contest really, is there, in sort of heavyweight? You're doing super well, H said, unless you're using Google Translate. Yeah. So it's so I just think yeah, when you used to have Dustin Johnson in the team, Brooks Koepka in the team. I mean, these are, I know they're off down the road playing different tour and stuff, but big names, right? I mean, big names, and I just don't think once you get past the crowd, which I think is more than a the 15th man. Uh, I think you you get you get quite a lackluster group of guys, really. I think. I mean, no disrespect, fantastic players, no doubt about it, but I just don't think they have the carry, the heavyweight that the US team once did. Huge Sam Burns fans too. Yeah, me too, Chris. Has a big year in him in terms of majors. Yeah, and I think it's stuff like this, isn't it? When you get people like Sam Burns that play a Ryder Cup, it can be the making of them. It could be the making of Ben Griffin as well. Um, it really could. Um, my name, Stuart J. Donovan. I'd rather have that match than what happened this morning. I'd rather have that match than. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, agreed. Hamza. Hello, Hamza. Thanks for watching, Hamza. Really appreciated. Your English is very good. Thank you for coming on and saying hi. Flanker Jack, I really don't know how it's supposed to work, but does it have to be a current player as captain? Well, normally the captains are picked because players aren't going to make the team. And so last year, Keegan just missed out. And I think the select committee gave him the role because, or it looks like Tommy Fleetwood's hit a stinker here. Fat and left. Has hit. They picked him because they didn't think he was going to make. Then the next 2 years, he's like a fifth player in the world, for heaven's sake. Never been seen before. Never. I mean, never has a captain been a top 10 in the world player at the time of playing the Ryder Cup. It's unheard of. I mean, there's been so little played out about that. I mean, they've mentioned it briefly, but it's incredible. It's incredible how good a player he is. What a putt for Rory. Oh no, I hope you're not ahead of me. Oh, you're ahead of me. You've just told me. Okay, we can't be doing that now because I've just only just come back up on my screen and I've just seen it go in, Chris. Oh no, you can't tell me that now. You got to keep. If something big happens, you got to keep. You got to keep it to yourself. But that you're absolutely right. It's superb. Two up, two up. That was funny. So I'm on a group chat with a few pals, and it seems that wherever I watch it, someone else is getting it sooner than I am. So all of my pals are always getting it before I am, and they'll comment, and like in the Masters, when Rory was doing the Grand Slam, I had to put my phone down. I like turn it face down because they were chatting backwards and forwards, and every time it popped up, something had happened and I hadn't seen it. So goodness me, yeah, that seems like wherever I am in the world, I'm always watching it below. That I think that has done Rory a world of good because of that short putt missed earlier. When Rory starts missing short putts, I hate that thing that he does. That walks behind it, bends down, starts looking as though some bloody ostrich has come out and pushed his ball offline. Do you know what I mean? Does my head in all that. You missed the putt. Bit of a misread. Don't labour over it, pal. Just press on. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Anyway, who have we got up here? Flanker Jack, the American feed is all over the place, is it? Yeah. I think you guys must be having 300 ad breaks between each shot. That's brutal in America. Brutal. You love an ad break over there. So we have a thing in the in the UK. We have the Rolex hour. So Rolex sponsor an hour's worth of coverage in the Open. So there's no ad breaks. And what happens is at Sky, the guys will announce, "Welcome to the Rolex hour," and it's like everyone's grateful. Thank goodness, the Rolex is sponsoring the Rolex hour because we don't have to go through any ad breaks. Jay Donovan, because Rory has the only child syndrome. The only child syndrome. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, everybody's got child syndrome, haven't they? Has got the only child syndrome. I agree. I agree. He is. He's looked like he's hated golf for the last. Look at this. Look at this here. What? What? Yeah. Only child syndrome. Yeah, I agree. He's just looked like he's hated golf, hasn't he? For a long time. Here he comes. There he is. Back again. Back again. I know. I know. I know. Are we gonna beat the Americans, Barney? Are we gonna beat the Americans? It's called petulance and arrogance. Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. Agreed. And if you hang around tour players enough, there's quite a lot of them like that. It's just that we notice it more because we see a lot of coverage of Rory. Yeah, I bet you get more ads than golf. It's just brutal, isn't it? You think? I mean, the money in that is just crazy. $300 million worth of yeah, for sure. I think, you know, when you look at the way golf is going, things like Sky Sports Golf, NBC, and all of this stuff. I mean, Ryder Cup, no doubt about it. It's box office TV. But whatever that tournament was that Scotty Scheffler won pre-Ryder Cup, nobody's been talking about that in the UK. And that's Scotty Scheffler winning another tournament. Imagine if Tiger did that back in the day. And my point is that all of these networks, they're fighting over ratings, they're fighting over live and sponsorship and all that kind of stuff. What I believe is going to be the future is that nobody's going to be watching this kind of golf in 20 years' time. Everybody's going to be watching golf on YouTube because you get to see golfers with their hair let down. They've got no sponsors that they don't necessarily need to sort of toe in line, not to the degree that they probably feel like they do on the PGA Tour and the DP World Tours. You still get great golf because they've all got these tracers to it. Invariably, you've got 3, 4, 5 different cameramen and you're having banter. And now they're all playing for like $250,000 on these jewels things that Grant Horvat does and all that kind of stuff. So I think and it's you can watch it when you want. So I think that golf is going to go down that route, and that's where the compromise in watching content is going to come from, not whether Live are playing or this is playing or that. I mean, the money that Bryson's making off his. I worked out the other day that I reckon Bryson is making $3 million a month off of his YouTube channel. I reckon that's the kind of turkey he's talking about. So he don't care where he plays as long as he's having fun, and he certainly is with his YouTube channel. Flanker Jack. This segment brought to you by Barney. Absolutely. Jay Donovan. And many no-cut events, which is not golf. Well, it isn't golf. Agreed. Agreed. I'm agreed. I think I think the no cut is a yeah. When you watch the players you watch the tour champs and you watch the FedEx Cup playoffs. When you're watching that, are you thinking about there's no cut this week? You're not. When you're watching that, you're thinking who's going to make it to next week. So no cut events do work. There needs to be a compelling storyline. Where I think Liv goes wrong is that they're playing a shotgun start. So you've gone to no cut events and a shotgun start. Now it feels like a society day, doesn't it? It feels like a society day with your lads. So the meritocracy of golf, I think is a good thing. But no cut events do work. They do work. They do work. Chrissy, my spaniel is licking my face and phone. I feel you. And been up the hills today. Endless. So we do agility with Barney. And oh my goodness, he's so good at it. He's so good at it. And goodness me, he's like becomes a different animal. He doesn't bark, but when he gets him in the agility ring, he just goes mental, absolutely mental. He's just taking himself off the bed. Does your spaniel do that, Chrissy? Oh no, he's back now. He started taking himself off the bed when he got to 2 years old. He now just nips out and takes himself off the bed. Scotty, Oberg and Strucker, no chemistry there. Yeah. Well, Rahm's playing with Strucker. Oberg's playing with Højgaard. Oberg and Højgaard, no chemistry at all. Absolutely agree. Jay Donovan, goodness, Butterbean Bryson making that much on tune. Absolutely. Making a fortune. I'll give you a little insight. So let me show you a video to give you an idea of the grind YouTube is, right? So I did a video inside. I don't know if you've seen it. On the thumbnail, it's got inside. It's had 75,000 views, and it's made that much revenue, £380. But that's on 75,000 views. So extrapolate that out to someone that's got 2 million views on a video. And that's had 73,000 views. So he's making a fortune. But that £380, that's taken me about an hour to film it, 5 hours to edit it. So I'm 6 hours deep. I charge £180 an hour coaching. So I'm way down. So you can see that becoming a YouTube content creator is a slow process, but it's passive income, right? And that's why everybody's doing it. But you need to be giving you guys value and something to take from it. And that's how it works, right? So it when you think about Bryson and what he's making turkey wise, it's just like filling his pockets, man, filling his pockets. But hopefully my content gives you value, right? And you get something from it, and you don't begrudge me making money from it. So what have we got? Jay Donovan, the no cut is pasture pool. What does that mean? I don't know what that means, Jay. Flanker Jack, I do enjoy watching Grant Horvat or Rick Shields just playing with people. Much more enjoyable. Yeah, it's good. It's good content, isn't it? It's interesting. I actually do think that Live is pure homosexual golf, as queer and unattractive as it gets. I'm not going to go into that, Jay. You're sucking me in there, but thanks for sharing your thoughts. Yin, you will still need a platform like being a majors winner to become a DeChambeau first before he chips ping pong balls up the landing to give away a car. Well, you say that. You say that. Let's have a little look on YouTube. And let's have a look at Bryson DeChambeau. Bryson DeChambeau has 2.4 million subscribers. Let's put in Peter Finch. What's he got? Peter Finch golf. Sorry, I meant Rick Shields. Rick Shields, 3.02. So works out that you don't need to be a major winner. If you look at Rick Shields, he was a golf coach in Manchester on a driving range. So if you work hard and offer value on YouTube, who knows what's possible. Whatever format in 20 years, you need rankings to say who is the best. YouTube can't build that for nobody. I agree. But it's entertainment at the end of the day. I'm not saying YouTube's the best, and I'm still saying that the PGA Tour and DP World Tour are always going to be there, right? I don't doubt that. But if you strike your mind back to the $1 Million Challenge in South Africa, when it was a tournament that it was the glitterati of golf. Everyone would go down there because they were playing for $1 million. Now they play for millions every week. And it's like, because we've lost the Tiger influence, I just think that people are going to be thirsty and hungry for more. And I just think YouTube will offer up another opportunity for that. That's what I'm saying. Frankie Jack, I would like to see an event where they have no caddies and they have to carry their own bags. I think some of these players might actually play better. Yeah, right. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Stick it forwards. Interesting stuff. Well, I've waffled on for over an hour and I had no intent to waffling more than about half an hour. Hopefully you enjoyed this little behind the scenes of the content that's coming up and me waffling on. I wish you all a very good evening and have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you so much for watching all of my content. Stay tuned. Some cracking videos coming up next week and some good on-course content as well with my new drone and getting out and playing a bit. So I bid you all farewell for now. Have a good evening. And that, my friends, not so much at the moment, but that's good coaching.